So we're doing streaming for NinjaTrader for pulling and stacking. So we basically have a new indicator, and I would like to check, and I'm going to explain you 3 ways to use the pulling and stacking, the indicators, because there's a more than one way. And there's an old way that people use pulling and stacking. There's a new way to use pulling and stacking. First, I would like to see if you actually guys hear me well. This is unannounced, it's streamlined, and what I hope that you guys can hear me. My mic is working well, so we can do this live training about the pulling and stacking and see how is that gonna works. Now, there's a 3 indicators right now in front of you that helps to use pulling and stacking. Let me magnify a little bit some of that. This is the footprint from best order flow, and this is the pulling and stacking indicator horizontal dome that you can see. But most of the domes that you can find on another software, they show the total volume, let's say, okay, and I hope you guys can see on this screen that there is not just the bright blue and then there's a dull blue, and there is like a gray close to the black, like over here. You see that? So, and the same with the red. This is the bright red and there's a dull red, and there's a gray on the place where it was a red level. So let me see with myself and check. Could you guys give me a let me know that you can hear me well. Otherwise, I'm gonna speak and it's gonna be wasted. So it is I'm looking for best order flow, live streaming on the YouTube. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, here we go. And let me click on this and see if I can hear myself. That's gonna take me just yes, here we go. So everything is fine, and obviously you can hear me. Now, I'm gonna put my voice down on my cell phone and see if there's other people start watching me. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions about how to use the pulling and stacking. Now, remember, I am an addicted trader. Addiction, it's because it's like it's total addiction. And you see what happening, that what we're seeing on this screen before we gonna go and use pulling and stacking. We need to use it in the context. We need to use it on the small time frames, like 30 seconds time frame, or a lower, or maybe 1 minute. But lower than 1 minute, my recommendation is. The smaller the time frame, the better precision it will be with the pulling and stacking. By the way, at the moment, please write down your questions about the pulling and stacking. Now, what you're seeing on this chart, let me expand my window. What you're seeing on this very chart, that there is imbalance zone that's sitting right there. If the price is not able to pierce and go above that zone, that means our major trend direction is we're going down. And you see that the price tried to kind of like a climb first time, second time. Then there was like a range out here. This is a 30 seconds time frame on a NQ. Yes, on a NQ 100, NASDAQ 100. There was a range. There was a kind of resistance. We can see that there was like even some. We can see level 2. This is the dome, but this is the recorded historical information. Okay, now I hope you see my mouse as well. So now the first, second, third. It's kind of like a double top, but then is still climbing up, because this is clearly horizontal kind of not horizontal, but we're still climbing. It may means also that we may making this kind of reversal pattern over here. But the goal is for the price is, according to the price action that we can see, and we combine it with the volume indicators, the price is trying to reach this zone. Now, if it's not able to reach this zone, that means we're simply falling down, and this is the Friday afternoon, and definitely those who invested in the morning, the price were going up. Now they trying to secure their profits by selling, and selling. So now, the major trend is, yes, this is the 30 seconds. I can slim it down and see. Here we go. So we were building up, accumulation. This is the accumulation trend up, and now looks like the prices or the participants decide to start selling one second time, third time, and now there's a start. This is the bunch of sales. So that means the intention of the market now is to secure profits by selling NQ. Okay, and the stocks behind NQ. Okay, now here we go. Now we're seeing that this is still kind of like a climbing, and this can be a provocation going down, or it can be like oh, we don't have enough a source of power to go higher. Now, so this is my just observation, because we need to trade in a context. Any indicators that trended that use it without the context is can be interpreted in a wrong way, and that's really a strong statement, by the way. So now we can see that price doesn't have enough power to go higher. Now, one of the reasons for making that conclusion yet, we can see if the price will bounce from that previous low. We're gonna see that because there is some sellers. You see, this is the pulling and stacking indicator, and we can see that this is a bright. This is the DOM, right? This is the DOM, and horizontal profile, kind of like a DOM. Okay, now, and this is the bright blue. What this bright blue were indicating, then there is somebody is stacking in. Bright blue is a stacking. It's a new added orders. So somebody on the level 2 were stacking here. That's why the prices bounced up. We don't know how strong. Now we can see that there's like a sequence of the prices on each price level over here and over here. The newly or a bright blue indication on the pulling second that we're saying that we are stacking up, and that's why the price is going up. Now, you need to read this in an order. First, you may say, oh, we see that actually there's a blue candle going up, and then we're seeing the indicators showing us that there is a stacking from buyer sides. No. First, if you take a closer look and kind of like notice very carefully, take screenshots, multiple screenshots, you will see that first what is going on is the pulling and stacking indicator show us that there's a stacking on the buyer side, and then we're seeing that what happening on the level 1, because this is level 2. Then we're seeing how the level 1 interacts with the level 2. So the first is level 2 indicator, pulling and stacking, demonstrate us the situation, and then we see reaction on the footprint. Again, the footprint, it is the market reaction on what's going on the hidden level 2 limit orders right here. My setup now that this indicator will reset with the pulling and stacking depending on when the candle gonna get closed. With a new candle, you will see the refreshment. You can change the settings, by the way. There's a few wonderful settings that you can change and adapt to your trading style. So now So this is the brights. It is the adding new, stacking new. Now you see that in the moment there is a red guys sellers on the level 2 adding more, and so the dull color on each side, red or blue, it is the volume. Okay, it is the total it is the volume that precedes there. The orders were sitting there, but the bright colors indicates was just added immediately while we're watching it, okay, in the moment. Now that is the pulling and stacking indicators. Now what you see on these indicators, I have probably 200 or 300 levels or price levels up and down, because I want to see the big picture, okay? NinjaTrader by itself, if you don't know that, and you buy the data from the Ninja on CME, that they gave you only 20 price levels, which is like on a level 2. It's basically NinjaTrader platform reluctant, let's say, not able to use the level 2 indicators that they actually have a heat map, right? But they're not taking full advantage of this. Now, guys, what's going on right here? Again, the price is still kind of interested to reach this level, because this is the imbalance zone, and this is the objective. I'm not saying that price will reach this objective, but it's kind of like temptation. And the price can do what price can do in a situation like that. The price can just spike up to this level, because there is a order block. For those of you, who love the order blocks, let me show you the order blocks. You can see it with the naked eye. You don't need any indicators for this. I mean, like, this is the very last order block sitting right here, okay? Now, but another piece of information, and by the way, you see the level 2? The level 2, this is the price level for the passive orders, and you see this fellow was sitting, or whatever, people were sitting there for a long time. So this is a great indicator, because this is a heat map right behind the footprint. Okay, this is the heat map indicator. I just filtered it out, okay, and filtered out what's not longer needed. Now, okay, now that was a rotation, and now the price is definitely first collected the liquidity, trying to collect liquidity on a lower side, and then go to the upside. Maybe that is the situation. If the price is still, we need to, now this is a quite interesting situation at the very moment. If the price is still want to go down, it may, go and collect the liquidity on the upper side, go above these 2 or 3 tops over here, hit into this insufficiency trades, and insufficiency is right here on this imbalance zone, and then go down. That is like it's a good practice. What I'm not saying that price will go exactly what I'm saying, but that is the good practice for any market maker, because market maker, they have their own game. Now, but look, we seeing this is the 30 seconds, right? We're seeing this order block. We're seeing this order block because this is the lowest point of this range, and the price basically tap into that. Is that enough or not? You can say that is a breaker block, okay? Because this, for those of you who love the ICT, which I think that he's a total scam. He's a good marketer, not the trader. Maybe a trader as well. I'm not his level. But anyway, the idea is he stole it from what you're seeing right in front of you. From the volume profile indicators, he stole a lot on the concepts. Now, you see, this is a range. This is like a range. This is a resistance. So the price going from the one range to another range. And now we're seeing this is a large resistance. Price still because price was reacted from this level, and we're seeing that there is a guy on the level 2 sitting, I mean, not guy, but the orders, we're seeing 135 for a while sitting here, and we're seeing that pulling and stacking indicator tell us that, yeah, there's somebody sitting here very actively. So the price still can, I give the chance for the price to go and grab something over here before on the upper side before it's going down. Now, this is the context. Now, let's see that there is a second way for us to use the pulling and stacking. And let me expand this chart a little bit. So you're going to see the second way. This is like really makes life easier. And what makes life easier is that you see this pulling and stacking very close to the price. We interested to analyze the interaction close to the price level, where the price is going up and down. And immediate 10 or 20 or even 50, depending on volatility, you can set this filter yourself on the indicator, and you can make analysis of the price levels close to the price. Let's say 20. I usually do like 20 or 30, and display it right here on the right side, right on the right of the dome. This is the total. This is the summary. Now, these two bars, a gray kind of like and a red, or a silver and red, or dull blue, let's say correctly, dull blue and red. This one below the half, it is the volume. Okay, it is the volume for all of these guys, 20 levels. But this is the delta. Right now, this is the delta for pulling and stacking. So this is pulling and stacking, what you see in a bright color, red or blue, and over here you're seeing the total. It's called total. These two upper bars, it's a total delta for pulling and stacking. So just by looking at this bar, I see that now is a good idea to enter into buyer position, because this, you see this blue, it's telling that buyers actually pull stacking a lot just by looking at this total bar, not just making analysis of all of this picture, but over here. Now, at the same time, you see this gray with a pink outline. There were the gray, it's what is pulling out, okay? The reds at the moment when I was explaining that, they were pulling out. Now you see that blue is pulling, I don't see it yet, but right now the blue guys, boom, they still have the efforts. They still have the efforts. And right now, you see that red guys, there's just, oops, immediately. Okay. So anyway, in a red, pink outline and dark color, like right now, this is what is taking off the picture, okay? These orders were taking off because they're afraid that they don't want to sell by this price, these guys right now. They don't want to sell by this price. That's why they're pulling. So the bar is get lower, and when you see that this red bar turn into the pink outline with the dark inside, that means they are pulling away. So the blue guys are stacking and the red guys are pulling away in immediate 20 levels right here. So you can see it by this total bar very fast, and it will give you kind of like a shortcut instead of making analysis of the story that going immediately nearby this price line. So that's a second way. It gives you a really quick, in a snapshot, if you are ready to execute in a one way or another, into long or short, then you can rely on this total as well. Okay. Now, and another way to use pulling and stacking, this is the delta 2, and delta 2 is delta for pulling and stacking. Now, guys, this is the type of indicator that not too many people understand how to use that, especially in a context. So instead of like looking over here, you can look at the pulling and stacking. This is the indicator. There's a two of them, like one horizontal. I mean, there's the three horizontal indicators sitting right there. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about this particular indicator. This is the pulling and stacking delta. And this is that actually help you to see who is active right now, and you can see the historical pattern for the pulling and stacking. This is the nobody else actually. I never seen the indicators that actually provide you that piece of information, because immediate interaction you can see nearby the price or you see by the totals, but you want to see the patterns for pulling and stacking. For example, you see the red is actually pretty high. It's pretty high. And you see that then it starts to diminish. And then the blue guy is taking over. Then there is some red, but not really too much. And there's some kind of fight going on over here. That's why we're seeing it in the range. And then you're seeing that the blue guy is taking over, and they also increase it second time and third time. So that's why there is kind of like we can predict where the price can go. If I put the footprint closer and make it larger, I can say, okay, this is the red guys, but this is the blue guys taking over, and they put more efforts than the red guys on the pulling and stacking. Okay. So that's why this candle is shooting up. This candle is shooting up, and it's kind of like a predictor for the price going even higher, because that is a significant level. We can see historically significant level on the buyer side right in this candle. Let me make it even larger. Okay, so significant effort on the even the candle itself is not really big candle, but we see that buyers on the level 2 put a lot of efforts right in here. So they want to repeat it a little bit over here. So you see this candle is there's no body of the candle. Oh, there's a teeny body of the candle, very teeny, which signifies us that sellers are no longer fighting. But this is kind of like really good sign when you see the dojo like that. And you see that buyers again over here, they increase their efforts. So boom, we just spring up. So there is a good idea to combine your visualization of the pulling and stacking. Historically, you understand the history of like, for example, this is the red guys, they present in this bar, but then there are less of them, even less of them, okay, even less of them over here. So what does that mean? That means the immediate reversal, because the red guys no longer want to sell. I mean, if you can say so, because they're actually people who are on a level 2 sitting below, they're actually buying, okay? Those guys actually ready to buy, who's sitting below on the chart, like this level, for example. But this is the blue color. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you anyway. Now you see that there's a fight. It's kind of like diminishing, less and less and less fight, and then boom, blue guy is coming up. That means that's why we're seeing this going up, like a few candles going up, and then the sellers start to enter into the picture. 1, 2, 3, boom, they continue, and then there's like a giving up and give. So anyway, analyzing this history, it may be not the one of the prominent situation right now on the charts, but not very like you can see it really well. But you see that there's like a sellers present over here. What is this means? This seller in this very candle, this seller on level 2, means that they have a significant intent to sell more and more, because this bar is kind of like pretty high, and this bar is pretty high. So you make analysis how like previously where sellers were acting like this, and then they're stepping in again, and now who is stepping into the picture? Right now, the sellers are stepping into the picture. Sellers, oh, here we go. You see you see that immediately what's going on, and you can make analysis if there is like a couple waves, because usually price is going into a wave. I don't want to confuse it with the waves, because it's more like attempts. the price usually does like 2 or 3 attempts before it go in a certain direction, and you can see those attempts, like one, there's like a second attempt now, like right now the sellers are not really like present. They giving up over here, they giving up, they're not really strong. Hey, what's gonna go? We probably it's gonna be another reversal over here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking right now, is only relying on the pulling and stacking. So the pulling and stacking can be a really good signal, especially when you analyze the history of that and you see the patterns. Then you can like, oh, it's a third or fourth attempt into the same direction. Then it's gonna give you more confidence what direction to trade. And while we're scalping, we can use it because it's a 30 seconds time frame on an NQ. We can use it to scalp in the momentum in a very small time frames. So this is, we're going on a tangent for a while, and this is like really a place not to make significant decisions unless the price comes to the edge of this. Let me make it okay. This is the range, right? This is the freaking range we have now. Freaking because it's freaking. Okay, now you see that. Now we can trade inside of the range, but it's a really dangerous. It's not giving us a significant advantage unless the price going on the edge of this range, okay, on a one or another. So we can trade, depending on your strategy, we can trade in opposite direction. Okay, so now we're building range right below over here. So this is a strong resistance. Consider it for now. This is a kind of strong resistance. That was a resistance. That was a resistance. That was accumulation on the buyer side. So now we'll see if the buyers actually, after this resistance, will go and use their steam or use their juice to go, and that'd be fantastic. If they're gonna go above this range and touch into this imbalance zone, then that'd be fantastic entry for me to shoot what? To shoot lower, to shoot into the shorts, okay? To add into the shorts. Although, if you take a bigger picture in consideration, that can be another kind of like structure for the Vikov. Although, if you take into consideration that today is a Friday, and most likely the price at the end of the day, like is right now after the noon, will what? Will go lower. This is a very common for the indexes. So now, right now, if we want to put our order, we will have a large stop loss. That's why, like above over here, and even probably if I put my stop loss, my best stop loss should be sitting right here. Okay, right here, okay, or because it's above this, you see the level 2 price over sitting there, that is a liquidity sitting right there, and this is the liquidity. This is the liquidity over there. So now, here we go. We are selling. Boom, 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 boom. Now, when the price, what I'm waiting for, if I want to enter into the trade, then I wait if it's going to extend the price down, and this is another imbalance zone sitting here on a footprint, and then it will kind of like come back, so I can trade again from approximately this area. I can shoot down. That will give me advantage for selling position. Okay, so now anyway, why I'm talking you about not just about pulling and stacking, but I'm talking about the other context that's going on the chart, because the best scalpers coming out of the usage of the level 1, level 2, and level 3 data. Okay, and because the people who are using only the price actions, they couldn't see inside of the candle, and they couldn't see the footprint shows us aggressive orders, how the aggressive orders interact with the price that sits on the passive orders. Like this is exactly like, you see, this is the pulling and stacking. There is a level that sits on a passive, there's a passive order, or order sits right here for a while. You see, they're sitting there for a while, and you know that that will be a position where you can expect a strong reaction. Okay, how many orders? 123. Okay, and 132. Okay, you can see about 130. Yeah, equally sitting right here, and you know that this is the if you now scalping with you shorting the market, then you know that that's where you can better take you profit right before these two levels, because this is the pulling and stacking, but this is a heat map that shows where this pulling and stacking happens historically, and significantly long. You can tune the indicator how long you want to track this price level sits over here, that the price will react over here. And this is a really big, because the people who use only the price action, they can tell you, okay, I can tell you that if the price reaction will be right here, right? Yeah. Do I know it? Yeah, I know. I can minimize it and tell you exactly that this is where I may expect the price reaction. But sometimes price just go and slice through this range. This is the order block, right? And it can slice down, and you're just like, what is the heck? Because the ICT or people with the price action concept only couldn't see what's going on behind the scenes on the level 2 data. That's why I prefer to trade always with the price action, yes. With the level 1 data, that means the order flow on the footprint, and this is the footprint indicator. Let me show it to you. I'm just expanding it, and so you can see the footprint inside of that. This is the most sophisticated footprint from best order flow you can find ever, because it have like more than 1 or 2 columns. It is the new and modern indicator for a footprint. And there's a bunch of things you can tune, and it's really tremendous help. But anyway, this is the market interaction. But the level 2, or you pulling and stacking, it's a level 2 data. It is the passive orders that sits there and provide you additional knowledge where the actual levels are sitting. Because okay, let me make some analysis. Oh, it's gonna take me too far. Because the okay, so we've got a reaction based on the price action. Let's say that was the order, right? Order block, okay, but we're going into the opposite direction. So this order block supposedly like losing its own kind of strength, but I more rely on this, because this is the more prolonged like range, right? So anyway, you can count this is as a block, this is as a big block, okay, like over here, or minimize it to the order block. Oops, that the way I minimize it, like just like over here. And what happens, that price is precisely reacted from that block, although that block is not significant because we're going in opposite direction. So, but so many people will like, oh, the price after it's touched that order block supposed to go higher. No, guys, this is the wrong interpretation of the order blocks. Until you see the data on level 2, level 1, and level 2, you can't understand completely the price action, because that is like on just like a one wing of the airplane or the bird with the one wing couldn't fly too long. Okay, now you can see that this is the imbalance zones play the play the resistance. Okay, and now we still can go probably and touch some of that insufficiencies in these two zones, and then go down. The higher it will go, this price will go upper, the better starting point for my positions it will be. Boom, we touch these insufficiencies. Like FVG is insufficiency of, and for those of you who knows that, but you need to see, like, you can see that fantastic, fantastic. So now what we're doing, we're actually touching this two zones, and this is the excellent point to enter into a shorts. So you can anticipate with the pulling and stacking, you can anticipate when or you kind of like you can rely on what this pulling and stacking historical shows you. Now, like, this is pulling and stacking, shows you that there's a significant activity on the buyer's side, and you see this short candle, boom, we went higher, and they continue adding their efforts. But then over here, the red guy is stepping in, and that is like, be careful. So anyway, so now in this candle, it's be dangerous to enter in. Okay. Now, what we're seeing right here, that there's a still buyers are stepping in, but we need to see for the candle patterns, because there's a pigtail candle pattern on the footprint itself that is telling be careful. So now, probably for me, it's more, I may consider more going into the with the shorts rather than with the longs. Okay. I'm not telling you how to trade right now in this minute, but that is probably a good idea to consider the shorts. And then I'm going to look at the pulling and stacking red guys, how they acting over here. Do they want to step in, or how the blue guys, are they going less and less and less? So right now is not a good idea to short, because it's a blue guys stepping right here in. So there's a few things, like I'm looking for the candle patterns that I call the pigtails. It's very simple candle pattern, but very predictable, specifically in the area like that. So now you see this total shows the sellers are really active, although there's some buyers active, but the sellers are. And just like, so now this is the pulling and stacking with the histogram. This is the pulling and stacking with the totals for 20 levels. And there is a historical pulling and stacking that you can analyze it as the trend. For example, could you say that pulling and stacking trend right now is that going a little bit lower on the buyer side? So the buyers kind of like, but the sellers not yet show up. You see, if the sellers will go and spring high like this, then it's going to be indication for me. It's a good idea to consider. So now, when there is a rotation like this, it looks more like a rotation. Let me make it larger so you can see what I see. What we need to see right here, the shorter the body of the candles, the better. Okay. Now we're also seeing the POC with the yellow on each candle. Where the POC is going, you see it's going up, higher and higher and higher. Now it's kind of stuck and start going lower. Oh, that's interesting. We in a reversal. And now you see these sellers are stepping in. Okay, that is a good indication for me to consider if I want to sell. Yeah. See, okay, here we go. The picture is changed. You need to wait until the candle is actually complete to being built, until it's completed, because there's like a buyer still sitting in all of that range. Okay, so buyers are still sitting over here, and it is dangerous right now to sell, to get into the selling position, because there may be another second wave, and that's, okay, here we go. So the buyers are stepping in. So basically, the reason I'm talking aloud is because you need to build your own story. You need to build your own narrative, your own explanation, because each indicator, every single indicator that you see that shows you data can be interpreted in an opposite way. Okay, opposite me in a way, I mean like in two ways actually, okay, in one way or another. Now you see this strong wick over here. That means the price was bounced from the top. Somebody from the top were able to like push it down. So but the candle is not too small yet. We'll see what's going to happen over here. We'll really see. But the buyers are stepping in. I mean, they're not giving up. Right now, to sell, dangerous. So this pulling and stacking indicator quite often tells me when it is dangerous to go in the direction that I'm intended to. Okay, what you see, like this yellow blinking, this is the magnet liquidity from the level 2. It's a filtered liquidity that tells that price is interested to consume that liquidity before it may go down. Here we go. Okay, here now. Wow, this is amazing. You see, that's that. So this is the range. The price went down, collected liquidity on that side, on the left side, and then collected liquidity on the left side and the upper side, let's say, and now boom, swing it over here. That means the intention is to sell. Even though that there is some buyers are active right now, my interpretation is be very careful into going into the buy mode. No. We need to see how this situation gonna finish building over here, because there's like a lot of volume over here. Just like you see now, this is the volume. This is the indicator that's like whatever green outline over there. That's a total volume. The total volume right here is very high. That means there's a struggle, significant struggle. And I have to be very careful right over here. That means you see those clusters built on the background. Those are clusters that are telling me it's a huge resistance zone. I have to be careful. Now my consideration is, yeah, now my mind is more on into the sales. Unless the price will have its own wheel, because price not always goes with the indicators. Any of them, by the way, when price have its own will power or decision, there's a price, not just a market maker, there's a price maker, let's say. It's a better terminology. Now, you see there's the body of this candle is really, really short. You say that means the struggle over here. So now the price is getting ready to spring or higher or lower. And now it's depending on your mentality, what are you prepared to trade into? Me, Friday afternoon, the main trend is selling. We grab liquidity, and now we probably gonna spring down. I mean, it's kind of funny expression. I mean, we probably gonna go and swing down, most likely. So now you see now the blue guys were high over here, but there you don't see the blue guys over here. You see the red pulling and stacking. So now there's 3 ways to use the pulling and stacking. Histogram over here with bright, it is the new orders that added on the same level, like over here. They move over here, from probably over here. Okay, they're removing them, and the bright color is the newly added, and the dull color, it's that the orders were sitting there for a while. This is the total, which make you quick analysis for the 20 or 30 price levels nearby the price itself, where the price is. Okay, like that. Okay, now, and there is a pulling and stacking indicator delta. It is a delta level 2 based on pulling and stacking, guys. This is a new mentality, because it's a new kind of the indicators, and not many people understand how to use it. I practically, you can watch my other videos how I trade, and I trade along with the volume indicator, like over here, and you see the delta 1. It's a horizontal bricks behind the volume. Okay, let me explain it. Okay, the outline that is larger, it is the volume. Right on top of that, red over here, this is the market speed, blue and red. If the market speed is highlighted with the white color, it means that was the last one in this particular candle sitting right over here. Okay, right over here. Last one, and it was a significant level on the red side. So it is a speed of market by market. by market. Okay, and this is a, speed of buyers by market, but they were like less than the red guys. Now, and behind that, you see there is a brick like over there. This is the delta one. So a brick behind this indicator, it's a delta one. This is the delta two, and this is delta one. Align it with the delta two. Now, while you see the candle actually moved really high, and in most of the time it was actually blue candle, but the delta was red, delta 1, and delta 2 was red. That is the signal like be careful to buy here. Okay, be careful to buy here. So the reason I'm saying is that because when you see if you want to use that as a strategy, pulling and stacking, then I'm using pulling and stacking. This is the pulling and stacking delta, delta 2. I'm using along with the market speed, delta 1, and pulling and stacking. So when they align it with the same colors, then it's give me more certainty in what direction to trade and when to enter into the trade. I hope it making a sense when we're talking about the strategy, because indicators usually, when you consider them into the context, you can come up with your own strategy, but you need to make an observation. Most of the pulling and stacking indicators showing you indications on the right side as a histogram, but they don't save the information. Like you're seeing right here, we're saving on a heat map behind this footprint, and we save this pulling and stacking histogram on the bottom as well. So we can make analysis, we can come up with the new strategies because we do observations, we can observe it, we can analyze it. You see, like this is a rotation. Why is that rotation? Because the red guys were like smaller and smaller and smaller on the pulling and stacking. Okay, you see that it's totally going into the like, we don't want to fight. Both of them saying we don't want to fight. When they don't want to fight, or they're tired, or they exhausted their resources, then after they both exhausted their resources, one side will take over. And usually when it's going to take over, right at the places of insufficiencies, okay, or before the order blocks. So I think I'm talking like, I'm kind of overwhelmed you guys because that's a lot of information. And although in my mind, in my brain, when you're seeing a big picture, then it's kind of like easy. You don't have to think about all of this. It's just like happens in your mind like instantly, and you see this as a reversal. By the way, reversal quite often happens on the very low volume. This is the high volume. That's the stoppers. And after they stop you over here, then they're just like, boom, boom, boom. And the volume is lower and lower and lower. And candles are shorter and shorter. Usually when candles are shorter, that is a sign of reversal. And you see it by the figure. You see it is a reversal anyway, just like visually. So now, but you also see that, let me put this line. You see that the level 2, those people on the level 2, the passive sellers with the limit orders sitting right there, who love to manipulate the market, they kind of like, they're not really becoming, they become less and less active. Okay. Anyway, this is a fascinating how you can like look at the pattern of the pulling and stacking, and also you can see the pattern on the volume, or you can see on a delta 1. So this is delta 2, this is delta 1, the delta 2, delta 1. Okay, let me change the pointer. This is delta 2, this is delta 1. This is a pulling stacking delta, and this is just a delta, regular delta between bid and ask, and the volume is behind as well. So now it's like very low. Well, what you can expect? That means that both of them exhausted. And now when somebody is stepping into the market, you can see it by the price levels, okay? By this, oops, let me delete this. By this indicator, okay, jeez. Here we go. So the total volume, I mean, this week is like not really a trading week, because right after the holidays, the people are still on holidays practically until the Monday. And it's just an example for me that shows you, you see there's like not too much volume going on right now. The market is ready to like say goodbye. So the most people who were like wanted to take their profit with them before the market closed, they exited right here. They were like exiting prior to this range. Okay, prior to the, oh, fantastic. You see what's happening over here? The market went low, climbed up, so, and basically grab it liquidity on both sides. This is the classic way, guys. If you wanna have a pattern that to engrave in your brain, in your mind, in your psyche, this is the very classic pattern. And let me show it to you. To one of the most important to remember. So I'm gonna make another line. So this is you must. It's not just like please do. It is the must. Okay. Oh, actually that was higher because the wick was of the candle was right here. So okay. So this is the classic pattern for getting liquidity on the left side, or getting liquidity from the highs, from the tops, and from the bottoms. So the price, when price is doing something like that, now market is ready to go sidewise, or ready to go in a one particular direction that is truly intended, because this is a equilibrium, guys. And I'm not going to talk about equilibrium right now. It's an interesting concept, but you see that if we're taking a look at the pulling and stacking, those guys are no longer like actively participate like it was like 15 minutes ago. So anyway, now you see that there is 3 ways to use pulling and stacking, and you can tune these indicators into your own liking, your own size, your own colors, your own filters, and use the pulling and stacking in a visual way, because this is like, yeah, I mean, I probably need to switch to MNQ. If I switch to MNQ, I'm probably gonna get more volumes. 1 second, let me get MNQ. Oh, here we go. And I'm gonna probably get more volumes on the pulling and stacking. You see this? Now you see these levels more distinguished, like where they are. Here, 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 here. Those are levels that you may expect reaction. You can consider you taking profit nearby those particular levels of the price, or you think about where you're putting your stop loss. Then you use this level 2 price heat map, where are you going to use where are you going to position yourself as a stops to secure that before the and be like, secure your stop in a great position, and take profit in a great position as well. So anyway, so do you have any questions? Let me go and see what you guys stopping. I'm gonna take a note, and let's see if there is some people who want a question get answered. Okay, do you guys have questions? Let me see it. That was a pulling and stacking indicator, and this is the goal of this indicator is provide such a visual way to see and observe it that we can make decision pretty fast. Okay, that is the main reason for those indicators, the way they build. The other indicators, it's a little bit harder to actually make a sense out of them, and not that easy to use. Okay, I don't see questions right now. That's totally fine. And this is just like, this is, I mean, you see that the market itself that can't do this. This is a market maker that plays the game in a one and a opposite way. And it's just like, that's what they do. They grab liquidity. And that was a mini kind of like a action, and that was before the price went down. And this is like a bigger interaction. So this is like, we still, what we we selling and we accumulating. If you can consider, if somebody accumulates their orders to buy, that they definitely can do in this type of goose down corridor consolidation. But consider that most traders don't want to keep it overnight, not just the overnight, but the over weekend. And the most likely they're simply exiting. Okay, there is actually pattern on the footprint that you can say more definitely what they're doing. They entering into collecting their orders in opposite direction, or they exiting their orders. That's a footprint patterns that you definitely can understand and predict it with a much more precision than just by looking by the price action. So my way to trade it, I'm using the price action, I'm using the level 1 data, it is the footprint, and I'm using level 2 data. It is the passive orders, which you can see on the histogram, on the DOM histogram, with the pulling and stacking on the right side, or on the total, or right here at the below. This is, excuse me, over here, okay? This is the pulling and stacking for the, just to switch it to the MNQ on the 30 seconds. Pulling and stacking, historical, that is recorded, by the way. You can come back, you can open the same charts, and you can come back to the pulling and stacking that was recorded in history, and you can make analysis, and you can come up with a new strategies, because the new strategies are born now on the interaction between level 1 and level 2 data. And level 3, we're actually coming up with the in a few days, and maybe while you maybe at the moment you're watching, we already have level 3 data that you can do it on the Ninja. Nobody before was able to do that, and the reason is because when the people build indicators, they have a really struggle with how to speed up, because the level 2 data consume a lot of CPU, a lot of Ninja, not just a Ninja, but anybody else resources. And to make a fast and reliable indicators with the level 1, level 2, and level 3 that plays together, it is not possible for many other third-party sellers who sell you footprints or order flow, whatever they say it. They sell only just like footprint, but they don't have the level 2 data. Indicators like a heat map that is reliable enough. Even the Ninja itself have the with the paid version, their version of the heat map is just like in shambles, guys. I mean, just like because of that, they don't push level 2 data and the strategies on the level 2 data, because themselves they're not capable to make it fast enough. But we are able to make it faster than the NinjaTrader platform itself by using the NinjaTrader. We just have a brilliant programmers who just are brilliant. Again, this is it. They're just best on the planet. I mean, nobody else is put the MBO on the Ninja, and that is exactly what you will see in my other videos very soon. Or at the moment of the recording, or you already we already probably have the videos. You can take a look. The MBO, that means level 3 data, because for usage of the level 1, level 2, and 3 together, you need to you need a significant computer resources. You need to understand how the CPU, how the Ninja use your CPU. Okay, and the Ninja is a very smart platform. Okay, it's have a really awesome foundation for that. But the third-party indicator builders, they don't know how to build the indicators correctly, because many of them sitting somewhere like in Asia, and they just like a bunch of hackers who just like give you some indication, but they don't build a great foundation for that, because they are not traders. They just are building whatever show you on the screen, but they don't trade themselves. We are traders. We building those indicators for ourselves, okay? That's why we tune it to the performance, because when you have a sluggish charts, You already tried trading in the past, not in the future. You're not trading in the present time. And at the moment you enter, you may just like, oh, I am already in profit, or oh, I'm already in loss immediately just by entering into the market. And dude, it's because you charts are sluggish and you don't have indicators that shows you that you are behind. You are behind. I mean, let me. I mean, like, I love a lot. I love. There's a. I should show you some indicators. This is the book map, by the way. I should show you some indicators. Oh, not some indicators. That it's called this indicator. It's called a deposit killer. If you don't have this, go and download this free indicator from bestorderflow.com. This is a deposit killer that shows you are you behind or you trading in real time. Okay, if you have any delays over here, data logs, okay, data log time, you can see in many ways how much you behind. If you see there's the two lines right here in the price line, then boom, the one of them shows you where a price should be, and another one shows where the price is at the moment. And you have a significant distance between, then no wonder you may be at a significant advantage or a significant disadvantage. And bottom line, you're gonna lose your account. Okay. Most people who build indicators, they afraid this deposit killer. Why? This deposit killer is the fear for them. Because they never speak about the speed of their indicators, how they perform, and the indicators perform really. You can see how they perform when you not only using the footprint, but when you add the level 2 heat map, when you add the book map NT, then you will see the performance of your footprint. Because level 2, level 3 eats a lot of your resources and shows you if those indicators on level 1, this is a footprint, right? Actually fast enough. There's people who approach me today and asking, hey, hey, could you help me to optimize my charts because they're slow and sluggish? I'm like, dude, I don't know how many other junk indicators, free indicators you downloaded and installed, because many of them built by just like, marketers. And if you are a junkie lover, you love the junk for free, then most likely your charts are not performing well enough. And this deposit killer. Go and download it and see the instructions. It's called a menu free on the bestorderflow.com. Download this free indicator, install it, and you can analyze the speed of your indicators. You can analyze which one is actually dragging your charts and killing your deposits. So you can get rid of the, those indicators on your screen. And sometimes you don't even like understand that simple drawing tools like you're seeing over here. Some of the drawing tools will make your charts delay. You don't know about that. Because of that, we build actually a special rectangle. And some people, by the way, using the Fibonacci to put rectangles on the charts. Never do that. Okay, so even this rectangle, we have our own on bestorderflow, our own rectangle indicator that doesn't put any extra load on your charts. Why I'm talking about this? Because even this rectangle may affect how many of them you put on your charts, may affect the speed of your charts. Basically, what the best order flow is done, we outperform the NinjaTrader platform in terms of when we build the indicators, they have run much faster than native. The ones that you paid for, indicators on the NinjaTrader. Why? Because we have a brilliant team, and what we do is not just like building indicators. We're trading ourselves. So anyway, I can preach about that because I love that, and this is exciting. This is exciting because many people turn away from the NinjaTrader because it's become sluggish, and they don't understand why it's sluggish. It's delays because they don't know how to optimize it, the charts, and they don't understand how the CPU works with the NinjaTrader, and they use the outdated indicators, which are not optimized to consume data in a really appropriate way. Because when you have a data level 1, it's like, let's say, like a 1, like, I don't know, it's a 1 channel data level 2, another channel data level 3, another channel, and your computer is consuming all of that information, and then it is processing that information, and then it is displaying your information. If you don't understand all of that together, then you will have a hard time to understand why your charts are slow. That's why the best order flow indicators, they are tuned to a fastest performance, and they can beat any. I can claim this, guys. I love to claim this. Hey, anyone, if you want to say that you indicators are faster than best order flow, show me with this with this performance, with this indicator deposit killer, and you can go on the best order. By the way, let me show it to you. I have to. I mean, because you can go and you can make a comparison the way that we done it. The way that we done it, and you can do it. Any one of you that watching right now can do. Okay, okay, I'm gonna go over here. Any one of you can build video and show how, when you compare the other indicators with each other. Okay. bestorderflow.com, and I'm going into the menu, and you see on the bestorderflow.com, you go to the menu free, okay, and you will see how to optimize your Ninja and speed it up, and how to use the deposit killer, and how to use the. But I highly recommend it. This is free, to download the manual and start to understand what the speed is depending on, okay, and how to trade in the real time, not in the past, not in a sluggish or lagged charts. So I highly recommend you to use this deposit killer. Go over here, read the instructions, and you can make the same videos as I do, as I've done actually. If I go on, okay, speed, okay, this is a menu speed on the best order flow, and you see this video, watch this video. I compare 4 different indicators, heat maps on data level 2, and you can see why they all sucks except the best order flow. Why? Because they get frozen after 5 to 8 minutes on the New York Open at the highest volatility time. That's when the best time to compare your indicators, okay, and see how that actually works. Because if they don't work well on the high volatility, and when the market is dumping or market is squeezing, you will be in disarray. You'll be very upset what kind of indicators you use. That's why you need the most reliable indicators, and the most fastest indicators today, and nobody yet prove it to me otherwise, it is best order flow. You go and buy that. Don't even look at the price. Price doesn't matter, because you're gonna lose $1,000 easily when your indicators are slow. So this is a bookmap NT specifically for the Ninja, okay? And then there's a then there's a footprint. There's a pack 1. It is the footprint, basically aggressive volume indicators right there. And there's like a pack 2. This is the passive volume indicators for level 2. Okay, and there's a combination of the different packages. So if you want to get cheaper, or you want to get like, you don't want to commit yourself like in a, or you want to actually commit and you want to pay, but it's kind of like a, when you pay up to the certain price, like the monthly subscriptions, you will get the lifetime version. Okay, so you pay, it's like a loan system over here. Anyway, a loan or leasing, you can say it. Anyway, so just like, guys, if you want to be confident that your indicators are the most fastest indicators on the planet, then best order flow is the way to get it. And I told you with the package 2, that's where you get the pulling and stacking. Pulling and stacking, all of this, what you see, the pulling and stacking here is historical, and you can make a recording. You can record, you can write, mark to write this historical data. No other pulling and stacking indicators are capable to do that. Okay, pulling and stacking or a live DOM. So this is a visual live DOM presentation over here that easy to understand and see. So now market is going to close quite soon. And by the way, what it is, this is the NQ on 300 ticks. Oh yeah, okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, on this chart, you're seeing actually I incorporated bookmap that is right behind the footprint. And the heat map is, you see this is a heat map, this is a heat map, this is a heat map, and this is the immediate magnets on the heat map or a bookmap NT. And those are a delta, those bubbles are delta of significant participants on the level 1, that means on a footprint. Okay, this one, this bubble, this one bubble. So this is a really advanced way. So I put all of the 3 packages on the same chart, and they're running really, really well. You see this excellent. The test result is excellent. Why is it so? Because it incorporates not just the 1 or 2 or telling us, oh, because this is my indicator, it's good. No, because it summarized different parameters that you better, I mean, anybody can better to calculate into the formula. So go to thebestorderflow.com and you will see the formula itself and how we calculate the speed, and you'll like realize, boom, this is the only things you were missing in your life as a trader because you don't have yet bestorderflow.com indicators. So go and search and see the presentation on the bestorderflow.com. Take a look at that and you will realize quite quickly that this is today is fulfilling its own name. It is the best of the best of indicators for level 1, level 2, and in a few days it will be in a level data 3. It will be a MBO data is, guys, coming to the Ninja. It is gonna be a huge big celebration because it's never been done before, and the MBO data now with a Ninja Trader platform is now possible. No one yet ever done this type of architecture or type of indicators that we will see. You will see the level 3 data, because with level 3 data you can really dive into specifics that you couldn't see on level 2 only, although level 2 is tremendous help. And you can make a really advantage and precision for seeing the levels, where to put your stops, where to put like where are the passive participants really acting, and if there is a icebergs, and you will be able to see the iceberg because you see it's the same participant is just moving the price one way or another, or acting silently without really exposing themselves to the market, okay, or to the people like you and I, but we can detect them because level 2 data is most manipulated data. Although it's when you know how to read the level 2 data indicators and use that, get used to it, and then you will understand the level 3 data indicators, and that's what the professionals do. If you want to play as a professional, if you want to play professional game, then there's no way that like every professional is actually using level 2 and level 3 data. The Ninja is quite silent about that because they not able to build what we have on bestorderflow.com. And we build it based what the Ninja is, because we understand, we have a great experience with the Ninja, okay? And we excuse me, we kind of like build great indicators, visually enhanced indicators that easy peasy to make analysis. Now you see this, that's amazing. So the market is dying because it's a Friday afternoon, so we are closing. What's interesting that there is somebody spiked up and then now spiking down. This is usually this kind of like a heartbeat pattern is what the market maker, when they not accomplish their goal before the week is ended in just a few seconds, minutes, then they want to come up, gain back what the were supplying, because the market maker is also a supplier for immediate interactions for the participants. Then they want to gain up what they lost. They don't want to be in negative zone themselves. That's why they're doing this kind of like heartbeat pattern, this one, or where could we see that? See the ticks a little bit different than the time. Like this is a heartbeat. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that is the This is on the 30 seconds time frame. But we were like playing before with a heartbeat type of patterns, which I called classic. Okay, we're not gonna go that. You see, this is a huge resistance zone, and this tremendous resistance zone. You see this reversing pattern, but then who actually spiked it up? Market maker. Who is spiking down? Market maker. This is obviously it is a market maker, but without the data level 2 or data level 3, you couldn't make this kind of a precision in trading. So there's a lot of things going on the charts, but my goal for this video was only to explain in the context, though. That's why I talk too much. Explain the pulling and stacking, 3 ways to see the pulling and stacking. Okay, let me go to the beginning so you can see the DOM. So this is on NQ 30 ticks, how they just like died. Okay, let me see it over here. Now this is the book map. This is a NQ. This is a what? This is a NQ as well. So there's a, yeah, definitely. So this book map is quite interesting because you can filter out a lot of things that you're not able to filter out on any other, like bookmap.com. But this indicator actually helps to tune it up to the way yet you will make a sense out of the charts. Okay, let me put this down. What other charts do I have here? Because I want to show you something. Oh, anyway, so so far, any questions? Anyone? Yeah, I know that I've started this live stream without inviting anybody, but I know that this is the subject that many people want to know. Okay, many people want to know about the pulling and stacking indicators and how to use that. So my point is to demonstrate you the indicators itself. Where are the other my MNQ? Okay, here we go. And I want to go to the very beginning. So at least now you can see the pulling and stacking. The orders that they take off, it is a black one or a gray one. And the bright is freshly added. Now, this is added into the sales. This is the price line right over here. And the totals calculating 20 or 30 prices. You can make more. You can make up to 50 if you wanted to, and give you a quite fast picture in totals what's going on in the pulling and stacking. And this is that pulling and stacking delta 2, because this is a delta between pulling and stacking. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why we call it delta 2. Below there's a delta 1. This is the delta 2. And when you combine, when you understand those indicators, pulling and stacking, you can add a significant advantage, significant edge to you trading. And I'm not talking yet about any other indicators that you can see on my screen at the moment. So now I wish you good rest of the day, and please go to our community, download free indicators on bestorderflow.com, whatever you can. And if you consider to be serious and trade like a professionals, you can connect with me if we still have any promotions or any coupons that we have for holidays or after holidays. And you can take advantage of the usage of these advanced indicators like this footprint. It's a 4-in-1 footprint. It's not just a footprint And there's a lot of bells and whistles on the indicator, and you will see the manual, by the way. And every Monday, I am available for each of you to support if you have any questions about any indicators that are on the best order flow, and help you to manage them, help you to use them. And I love to see what systems you use it for, or you can use my systems. If you go and scroll on the best order flow, there you will see some of my videos, and not just my videos, other people in our community that using these indicators and the really as the edge in trading, because market is market, and we need to have an X-ray to see level, not just the price action, but price action, and the level 1 data, level 2 data, and now coming to the NinjaTrader level data, level 3, it is MBO. This is like awesome. This is like never done before. But bestorderflow.com, it is the place where you can go and get the MBO data, level 3, to use for you trading. If you're a scalper, that is specifically for you. Or if you are day trading, you can use the pulling and stacking at the moment of where you're placing your entries to make an entry with a precision. If you're day trading, you're using like a 4-hour charts or a 1-hour chart or 30-minute chart, or you're using daily charts. But when you're entering, you can use pulling and stacking to make more precise entries with the pulling and stacking, and a delta 2 indicators like you see in heat map right behind. Okay, have a great rest of the day, and if you have any questions, I love to answer. Send me directly to on Discord channel, and we do have a Telegram as well. So use one of them, but Telegram is where I present in the in our community, but I do one-on-one support or Q&A one-on-one on the Discord, not in common sections where people can speak, but in directly to me. And if you have any questions about buying or discounts or whatever, installing the indicators, make sure that you with me. I try to be every Monday at 9 a.m. California time for an hour to answer all of your questions that you have, so you are not left alone. Okie dokie. And now I'm ending this session about the pulling and stacking for the NinjaTrader and how to take this advantage. Okay. Stop streaming.